Today we're going to uncover the rest of our snow machines. We hide them kind of on the back of our property here in the midst of these willows. And I know you can see through the willows really good right now, but in the summer when they all leaf out, it's like perfect concealment and you can't see our snow machines back here at all. So we hide 5 of them back here and they're all under tarps. We have had enough snow over the last couple weeks that I feel like it's here to stay. Winter has come a little early, but it's time to get these snow machines out. Last week, Zach and I did a video on essentials for living off grid. And for us, living in Alaska, I would say that this is an essential for living off grid. Living in the bush, just out here in general, we depend heavily on these snow machines. Whether it's to haul our water supply off the lake, whether it's to get firewood for heating our homes, or hauling supplies in the winter from propane and groceries, even lumber for our building projects. We've got everything from hot dog buns and ski skins for the snowmobiles to milk, and then I've got all my stuff for the well project this year. I've got the well casing, which is PVC pipe. I've got some 3/4 inch pipe for the auger that we bought, and a lot of other odds and ends. These things are extremely important to us for everything that we do out here, and I would say it's one of our essentials. So maintaining them well, taking care of them, covering them well in the summer, not letting sun damage them and all that kind of stuff, that is one of the essentials of living out here.
All right, here we go. Joe got it out from under the tarp. We're gonna see how it cold starts. Hasn't been run in 6 months.
I hit the primer until I could feel gas going through.
All right.
I didn't want to flood it, and I've got full choke right now.
Okay, let's see.
Actually, I'm going to kick the choke off.
Not bad.
Okay, it needs a little more gas.
I hear you. Every one of our machines starts a little differently. Some like the choke, some like to be primed. Some just... There we go. All right, we gotta uncover a couple right there. One more behind Eiley, and then the one that we already used in last week's video is already out, so we're good. We just got 4 to uncover, and then we'll come back and show you where we're gonna line them up like pretty maids all in a row. And there goes Yamaha number 2.
All right, we got them all parked out here and covered, and this is where they stay throughout the winter. As the snow rises, we move them and shovel snow in the holes and just keep parking them there. It's a good spot. It's a good central location. You know, most people would say, I don't know if a snow machine is a necessity for off-grid living. And I want to emphasize it's a necessity for us. A lot of off-grid places in Alaska rely heavily on like an ATV or a side-by-side, you know, some kind of a four-wheeler or utility vehicle like that. And we do have those out here. We have 2 four-wheelers out here, and they are usable to us to an extent, only in the summer months. They don't get around real good in the deep snow. We get on average 3 to 4 foot of snow on the level out here, and there's no way you can drive a four-wheeler in that. The other aspect to that is all the surrounding areas of us is like swampy and a lot of tussocks, which is real moundy land, and it's just almost impossible to drive a four-wheeler or a side-by-side on. It's doable, it's just not profitable. It takes so long to do something, and you risk breaking things on your vehicle. So we choose, because we have winter out here at least 8 months out of the year, the snow machine is the best option for us. And that's why I consider it an essential item for us living out here. The next essential item I'm going to talk about is pretty obvious here, guys. Chainsaws. Zach and I, between the two of us, we have 3 chainsaws. We have this big Husky. It was my chainsaw prior to moving out here off grid. I also had this little Poulan, and I picked that up at a yard sale for like 20 bucks. I'm telling you what, it was a great $20 spent. It always starts up, and it's a great saw for limbing up trees when you're getting ready to cut firewood, or just doing around the property chores. It's small, it's lightweight, it doesn't hurt your back or arms, and easy to maneuver. This guy we use for our big trees, big falling, and big firewood cutting up. We also use it for milling up a little bit of lumber. I do have what they call an Alaska mill. It's where you strap your chainsaw into this contraption, and essentially with a couple other items, you can mill up lumber off of some logs. So that has benefited us in the form of me being able to make a nice coffee table. I've made some other furniture. I'm getting ready to make a picnic table, and I've gotten all that lumber from the chainsaw mill, cutting up lumber with this saw here. So it's big enough, it's powerful enough to be able to do that. Now this saw right behind me, the Stihl, is Zach's chainsaw, and he purchased that since we've moved out here. We just felt like we needed another decent backup saw. You never know if you're going to get your saw pinched in a tree when you're falling it, or even when you're cutting firewood rounds when the log's laying on the ground. You can get your saw pinched, and it's hard to get out. So it's always good to have a backup saw with you. So that's why Zach got that one. Also, so we can both be doing chainsaw work while we're out getting firewood. Double the chainsaws, double the speed, get it done faster. Now the Stihl, Zach's saw behind me, it's more of an intermediate saw. I would say it's probably your best option all around as far as a size if you want something for just light yard work and or going and getting some firewood. It's not going to kill your back. It's not going to kill your pocketbook, and it's good quality sound, and it's going to last you a good long time. But this isn't a chainsaw review. I'm talking about essential items here, so I'll get back on topic. I've mentioned getting our firewood, which is our main heat source, milling up some lumber, which I don't do often, but it has gotten us out of a few jams, and we can't just run to the hardware store. So we'd have to charter a plane or charter a helicopter, depending on what season we're in, get to our truck on the road system, drive to the nearest hardware store or home improvement center, buy lumber. It's just a fiasco, and it adds a lot of money to your project. So having a chainsaw, having that Alaska mill is really priceless for those, oh, I just need a 2x4 or a 2x6 or a 2x10. I can cut that up as long as I've got some logs on hand, which I typically do. The other important aspect of owning a chainsaw off-grid, say you've got a trail system with your ATV or side-by-side. Our trail system with our snow machines. We go down the trail, and it has happened multiple times where you get down there, a tree's across the trail, and it's such a tight, dense forest that you can't just pick your way around that tree. You have to remove that tree from the trail. That's where the chainsaw comes in, and it pays dividends to have it on you when you're on the trail. Usually at the beginning of each winter, I have to take the chainsaw and a snow machine down the trail and just go look for dead trees that have fallen across and clean it up. It's a yearly chore that we have to do, and I wouldn't be able to do it without the chainsaw. Now, let me add real quick that I would advise, just for safety reasons, you get a good pair of chainsaw shaps to go with your chainsaw. Zach and I don't wear them all the time when we're working, but when we're doing heavy chainsaw use, like getting firewood or cutting up our firewood, we throw these suckers on. If you're not familiar with what these do, underneath this orange fabric is a type of material / string that binds up your chainsaw like that. So if the chainsaw were to slip and hit your leg, it's going to rip into that, hit that stringy material, and it binds up the chainsaw and shuts it down, like I said. So it prevents you from cutting your leg in most cases. A very important tool to have that goes along with this tool. So there you have it. That's the uses of the chainsaw. That's why it's on our essential list. So I was trying to think of a good essential item out here to round out this video. And really, on a daily basis, our families use a ton of items out here that we have to have that you wouldn't normally use in a house in town, in an apartment or whatever else. They're specific to off-grid living, but I thought, what's a good one that really we couldn't do without? And that would have to be the headlamp. All of us use headlamps all the time out here. So we are currently at the end of October as I'm filming this, and we have 8.5 hours of sunlight a day. So it is drastically changing and going downhill fast. We're losing daylight. And we're headed toward, obviously, December 21st, the shortest day of the year, where we have only about 4 to 4.5 hours of sunlight every day. And headlamps are just essential. So we have everything from the cheap LED headlamps from Costco and Walmart to the more expensive versions. These are like mid-range, I guess. The Black Diamond. One of my favorites is actually a cheaper brand. It's called Foxelli. You can find it on Amazon. I'll link below here. And the thing I love about it the most is it's rechargeable. The Black Diamond, which all of us have out here, they take the AAA batteries, and they're great, but you go through batteries quite a bit, especially with as much as we use our headlamps. You know, you have the high beam, low beam, spot, flood, and all the different colors as options on these headlamps. And really, when I want a headlamp, I just want a light. I just need to light up the area that I'm going into. So I want on and off. I want it to be simple. And this Foxelli headlight that I have keeps it really simple. I can adjust the brightness by pressing and hold the button, but I can just turn it on and then 5 minutes later, turn it off with one click. We use headlamps so much out here that Bonnie and I even use our key hanger right inside our front door to hang our headlamps on. That's how often we use them. I have them all around the house. I have one by the fireplace. I have one on the way to my crawl space, and one by my bedside. Like I said, we use them on a daily basis. All of us do, and it is definitely an essential item for us living off-grid. So with that, guys, I'll wrap up this video. I thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped out. If you guys were curious just about our life, or if you're looking for moving off-grid yourself or heading into this type of lifestyle, these are a few of the items that really we couldn't live without. Last week's video, I'll link here and down below. We talked about water, heat, and power. And this week we talked about the snow machines, the chainsaws, and the headlamps. Like I said, there are many other items, and we can go into those later, but that is what this video is going to be about. Like I said, I hope it helped. Hit the like button if you like this video. Consider subscribing and comment down below. We love your guys' comments. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bramante Brothers.
Outtakes, take one.
I like Petzl Day.
Outtakes, take two.
Outtakes. Are you still recording? I don't have that much memory.
You gotta
on my
like.
card. Okay, it's ready.
Okay.
Bring it on in. All right, don't show it just yet. Show my face. All right, and one more essential, very, very essential out here. The waffle maker. We like to have either pancakes or waffles on Sunday, and the girls and I like to have waffles. So, essential.